Me first. I don't have. I wasn't given any instructions on me first.
Overall, Coach, how excited is your team to be competing against Colgate?
Very, very. It's been. You can tell just by being around them the last few days. Had a lot of fun from the day we got here at Shamrocks. Kids, big smiles. A lot of really bad karaoke. And just it's kind of carried throughout the week. I had a good day yesterday, but they've enjoyed it and they deserve it. You know, they've worked hard to get here.
Obviously, Louisiana Tech sports a lot of weapons on offense between Jeff Driscoll and Emmett Dixon. What do you guys see out of that offense, and how do you plan to stop it?
Well, I don't think you stop it. You try to slow it down, try to control it to some degree, try to eliminate the big play. You know, they've really done a good job pushing the ball up over the top with explosive throws. I think the benefit of a running back and a quarterback that are both really good at what they do, when you start bringing bodies down to stop them, it creates the opportunities over the top. I think there's a lot of similarities between our two offenses. We've got quarterbacks that can run. We've got good running backs. We're willing to throw the ball up over the top. So I think it's kind of something we see on a daily basis. But it's going to come down to just playing, really sound, solid defense. And we got to stop the run first, and then kind of hang on for dear life on the explosive throws, and hope we can defend them, in one-on-one situations.
You mentioned the quarterback play. For some of us that don't know, how important has Freddie Knight been to your offense and your success this year?
Well, the style of offense that we run, it kind of comes and goes with a quarterback. If he's playing well, we move the ball well. If he's not, it struggles. And there's a lot of pressure on him, but he's done a great job 2 years in a row. Gotten better as the season went along. Suffered an injury earlier, and I thought struggled a little bit to come back from that. But you've seen the last 5 games, he's played at his best. And the results for us have shown that he's playing at a really high level.
With your defense leading the country in turnovers, is it a mentality of just attacking the ball, or scheme schematic-wise? What's been working for you guys in terms of forcing turnovers?
Well, schematically we play kind of an in-your-face style of defense. You're going to see a lot of guys play up in press coverage, safeties low down the line of scrimmage, getting really everybody involved, which means you better be able to handle the vertical throws over the top because there are some one-on-one situations. But then we're built in a way physically up front to try to really make you one-dimensional. We're built to stop the run first, then defend the pass after that. And I think it just got to be a point where we started seeing some success early, and it became a little bit contagious. The culture is what we teach every day. We start preaching turnovers day one. Really, we started teaching it day one when we got here, just we weren't very good at it a year ago. And during the offseason and early in this season, you started seeing guys making plays, and I think it just bred the culture and it became contagious. And now it's just what the guys expect to do. Well, there's going to be a lot of one-on-one situations with the style of defense we play. And to have a guy as talented as Rock and as dependable as Rock, it gives you a lot of comfort to know that you don't always have to worry about him having a lot of help. If we're going to help somewhere, we can lend help other places and know that Rocky's really good in one-on-one situations, and that he's going to win a lot more about those battles than he loses. And the ones that he has lost along the way, just by the nature of the position, he's one of those guys. He's savvy enough and veteran enough. He bounces back. He'll come up and make the play the next time. So he creates a lot of opportunity for us defensively to do other things because he's as good as he is and as really dependable as he is.
And you talked about what Freddie went down earlier in the season. How big was it to have your freshman quarterback come in and just kind of steady the ball?
I don't think people give him enough credit for winning 2 games when Freddie was down. Nobody expected Freddie to go down. He was thrown into the mix against, at the time, one of the best defenses in the country against Missouri. And, I think that was a little bit of a shock. But he was able to come out and win 2 games, one of them being our first conference game. And, it was a big part of where we're at. Didn't have to play a whole lot down the stretch, but those snaps were huge for us. And I think huge for him going forward as things get turned over to him in the spring. And, he's a local boy getting that chance to be down here back at home.
Your team is one of the nations that has an average rushing, and one of the nations that works with rushing defense. How critical do you think?
Well, somebody's got to give somewhere. They're built really well to stop the run. It's something I know Skip believes in and is going to commit time to. Physically, they look the part to stop the run. If we don't run the ball very well, it's going to be a long day. If we can get the first down, create some tempo, create some momentum, extend some drives, like to think that we can make them play more bodies than they want to. That's always kind of been one of our ultimate goals with how we play offense, is to get enough snaps, extend enough drives, play at a tempo where more bodies have to get involved. I'd like to think that would help us in the run, kind of the run game battle. Their first team guys are really, really stout. We've got to be patient. We can't panic and give up on the run, even if it's not good early. Late in the second quarter, into the third and fourth quarter, when it's got to take hold, our conditioning and our style of play has got to take hold. And I think ultimately just not putting the ball on the ground and not being impatient, continuing to fight it.
When you look at Jeff Driscoll, what impresses you?
Just poise, I think. Poise is what you expect out of a senior. He's been in some pretty hostile environments through his college career, played in some big games, and I think you can see a guy that doesn't get really rattled. Even when he's not having a great game, he bounces back. I just think poise, and obviously he's a big dude. Just his stature alone, he'll be the biggest quarterback we've chased around all year. You got to be able to get him. If you get him in a one-on-one situation, you got to be able to get him to the ground, which is not easy. He's built like most tight ends we're going to play, but a lot faster. So I'd say poise and just stature alone are the things that you notice about him.
Coach, how's been more than anything else over the years that you had to take over a program with a great coach like Hugh Freeze, like Gus Malzahn, that you had to step in and try to keep the program consistent? How has been stepping in this program to keep it where it is right now?
Well, it's been great. I mean, we took our lumps a year ago. We weren't very good. I think the transition of coach to coach to coach, there were some gaps in the recruiting we had to fill in, and I think we did a great job of that in the offseason. We changed the complete face of our program in a year with the bodies that we brought in and just some of the adjustments we made. But, I think the thing that I was surprised about is just how well things had been held together through the senior class that I'm playing with now, even the seniors that we graduated a year ago, and the administration and really just the fan base. I mean, they've done a great job. Guys have never wavered in terms of whatever our goals are, what our expectations are, regardless of the coach. And so, day one when we came in, and I asked guys to work hard or work harder maybe than they've been asked in the past, or I asked something of them that maybe had not been asked in the past, guys didn't flinch. They gave it to me. So I think you're seeing the result of that now is that a year later, a year into the program, we've got some continuity and some confidence about us going in, here to this bowl game.
As the leadership of Freddie Knight taking off the pressure off of you and off of most of the team, especially the seniors?
Well, not just him, but just the seniors in general. Obviously, he's the leader on offense, but so is Grizz. I mean, both those guys were almost unanimous choices by our team in terms of offensive captains. Rocky Hayes as well on defense. I mean, it's not been one guy. It's been a group. They've really pulled together. I mean, they had to. They kept seeing coaches come and go. They had to pull together, or the thing would have fallen apart. You can't give those guys enough credit for what they were able to do to hold this thing, kind of hold the ship together and let some stability set in. And I think that's why we're able to be as good as we are. The way they held things together, and then really the changes that we made over the last 12 months in terms of the personality of the team. That's why we've been able to be successful.
Blake, was it you or Walt that was saying that you guys watch film of other offenses that are like yours, and you watched some Sonny Dykes, and that's when you first saw Kenneth Dixon?
Oh yeah, no doubt. We watched pretty much every snap that they ran. The system that Sonny and his crew have run is basically word, chapter, and verse what we do. Matter of fact, we talk a lot in the off season about Tony Franklin. We talk about the systems, and it was obvious that there was a reason. That was as a freshman, how good he really was. And we're catching him later in his career, and he's just more patient and more physical than he was then.